It's one of those days. New content in one of the biggest sim racing titles in the scene. RaceRoom got updated or is updating right now, but I still have access to the new content from the On the Edge pack. 3 new cars, let's check them out and see if they are worth your money. Let's go. It is Wednesday, my dudes. Finally! I'm able to say that again. It's a short week. We're all longing already for Friday. As for most of us, it's national holiday. And a free day, nonetheless. And there's actually some new sim racing content for us all to enjoy on that day. And that comes with RaceRoom. Welcome to another stream here on Overtake.gg. My name is Champion Joe, and today I have orange highlights in the background. I'm experimenting. Hope you're doing fine. Let's get the music in. There it is. Alrighty, guys. How are we doing? This is the part where we have the therapy session before we start playing some video games. Still banned from IKEA, yeah, especially after the last stream. I got banned for life. Luckily, I already have everything I need. And there's also Jysk. So you don't have to actually go to IKEA. You can also go to Jysk, which is pretty much the same thing. But it's from Denmark, not Sweden, so. Hey Lucas, moin moin. You were the first in the chat today. Like an hour earlier, or maybe 2. Why is that? Are you really excited for the On the Edge pack, or just seeing me in a stream? Hey Barry, moin moin. Also Dennis, moin. Welcome to the stream. The superior Scandinavian businesses. I don't know if they're superior, but they're doing a good job in selling cheap furniture. That is easier to build in setups. That is something I can say. Flix, moin, welcome. I'm drinking some energizing drinks today. Oh, there are the chat messages. YouTube streaming is... Jesus, I say it every time. This has to change. This has to change. We have to swap to Twitch or whatever. Excited to see me? Oh. You couldn't care less about Freudscher Versprecher. You couldn't care less about R3E, not R-Factor 2. Game Art Mix, hey, welcome. Retro, moin. To Kick? Yeah, I could also go to Kick, but they don't have furniture, right? This better be good. What are your expectations? This being a good stream or RaceRoom producing good content? So basically what happened is we got in touch with RaceRoom because they're really nice guys, and they sent us a preview version to the new pack. So I'm able to already boot the stuff up and give it a go. To be honest, I was ready to drive the pack already yesterday. So yeah. Whilst everybody else is still waiting for the pack to be released, which probably is in the next half an hour or maybe an hour, I don't know. We will be able to already play a bit of it, and we got some backstory. I have the email open right here. I'm trying not to say anything I'm not allowed to, so I will read and then I will speak. Yeah, so the KTM was made with the feedback of KTM themselves and with their real drivers and sim racers. Yeah, exactly. Okay, one fun fact during development is that the figures we worked on from the KTM engineers made for a simulated car handling where almost everything happens via the front axle, while little slip angle possible for the rear. And the rear can be seen losing grip abruptly. And then they thought, oh my god, did we do something wrong with the data? But the drivers actually gave this feedback that that's the actual driving behavior of the KTM Crossbow GT2 or GTX, however you want to see it, which is really fun, I would say. You have yet to experience RaceRoom. Yeah, maybe then you're a bit late to the party. It's a rather old game. While they're still patching it, we are speaking about new content today, so they're working on this game. They even got some graphical adjustments in, so stuff is happening with KW Studios. But I really hope they're working on a new title as well. Would love to see the next step of RaceRoom. What session are you in? You mean like a jam session, or what session are you in? I haven't even started the game yet, so chill. It is already released, really? When did it go live? Let me check on the Discord. RaceRoom is in maintenance mode? No, it still says it's in maintenance mode for me. So they haven't announced anything on Discord yet that the pack is online. Stick, moin, welcome to the stream. They missed the point of upgrading the game visually. They did update it visually just a few months back, but it isn't a jump maybe people wanted to do. I think if they wanted to make another step visually, they have to update many of the assets around the track and overall textures and stuff like that. They were fine-tuning the lighting and stuff like that, and cars really look good now because they have good models in the game, and with the right lighting, it's the same like in Assetto Corsa. Cars can look phenomenal. But the tracks are really old and outdated, so that will be the next step to do. If they will do that, I don't know. And I don't think so. I think they are working on something new. That's at least what I'm hoping for. They haven't talked to me about that, so... Then the second car that we're talking about with us on this mail is the Mazda, which they also built with real-life data from a team Jost, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they were already talking with them in a partnership, creating the Mazda MX-5 Cup, which is in the game. And one of the biggest, most beloved cars now in the sim. So that's good for RaceRoom. And yeah, they got the data lying around. They were working on this car for a long time. And now that it's not officially raced anymore, they finally got around to releasing it. And yeah, we could have had this car probably a few months earlier, but it took some time. And now it's here, and maybe it's a bit late for the DPI hype. But still, if it's a good car, people will race it. It's a prototype. And as long as you're not comparing it to maybe in one of the new hypercars, which are built a bit different, it's just an unusual prototype. Type 1 prototype to race at bigger racetracks and in multi-class racing. That's how I see it. They're working on something else, KW Studio, and it's not suspension. Yeah, I think they're trying to work on something new, but they're not on track yet what this will be. I think they're still gathering the right team to do it. As far as I know. Hey Pavel, moin. They confirmed that they're working on something else on the Sim Racing Expo. Oh, they did. Where did they say that? On a show floor or in private? Usually I would say it has to be GTR 3, but I don't know. Maybe they're also working on RaceRoom 2. Or race 24, race 25 on the live stream. All right. Maybe they leaked the information there. It wasn't supposed to slip already out into the world. Hope you guys are doing good. I received my new pedals today. They're standing over there on a shelf. Because I didn't get around to swap them in, the new ones, for this live stream, because I didn't have the time. And now I'm looking at them and I'm like, damn, I want to install them so bad. I was thinking about, yeah, maybe I just switch the topic of the stream. Installing pedals for 2 hours. To find the right mounting holes. Hey Felix, moin. It's some Hoising-Quills? Nope. No. I'm looking at a new pair of new simulation pedals. New Simulation is a German company. One-man army by one guy, Matthias. He's great. And he's building the pedals himself. Everything made in Germany. And I already had his first version of pedals. And now I got the upgraded one, the Evo 1. And they look... Dang. Like usually a pedal has one, like... I don't know, one spring or one lever to press down. This one has 2. To get the right travel and then like a stopper. So the brake, you can adjust the brake stiffness and have like a stiff travel, but then you hit like another even stiffer stopper. I want to test. I want to do it now. But I will also most likely do a review here on the channel in the next maybe 4 or 5 weeks. So if you're interested in that, seeing what secret German pedals I use as an everyday driver for the last 2 years, maybe subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, also subscribe. We have a lot of sim racing content here. And if you like the stream, leave a like. And I think it's time to finally fire up RaceRoom. Oh yeah, just now Georg Ordner posted that the pack is now online. And it costs €7.50. It has the McLaren. Is it like 570 or is it 570S? In German you would say 570, like 570. 570S GT4. And of course the KTM, which is an Austrian company, which is why it's called KTM, not KTM. But you can also say KTM Crossbow GTX GT2. Mazda RT24P. Interesting. I think it's a fair price for 3 cars. €7. Tian, moin, welcome. Yeah, I'm nervous because I can't use my new pedal. No, I'm not like nervous. I'm fidgety. I wanna stand up right now and just install them and just say, okay, we're gonna have a look at the new content in RaceRoom today, but in 2 hours because I have to install my new pedals first. I think you guys know the thrill of getting new hardware in it. The itch to installing it. You maybe are not in this position very often. Maybe not as much as me because I'm getting sent stuff regularly to test. But still. Oh, happy, moin. No, you're not late to the party. Not yet. Not yet. By the way, with Happy in the chat, we were also talking to Azatec the other day. If you're interested in Azatec hardware, which is great hardware, by the way, maybe subscribe to the channel as well. New hardware reviews on the way. Do you have your triple screen setup probably set up for R3E? Yes, I have. I have found a really smart workaround, which is like a custom program you can run or fire up one time, and it will save a custom resolution in your Windows settings. And then you can use this custom resolution setting in every game. And if you're not on full screen mode, but rather windowed, borderless, whatever, then you can use this in every game. And it will work in Assetto Corsa, in R Factor, in RaceRoom, in whatever. Which is Jacuzzel, how they say. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. I even think it will be multiple videos. Really looking forward to that. A lot of good hardware reviews coming your way, especially with our new studio being ready. I can maybe say that now. Not like a TV studio like we had for the Nitro Nights, but a new recording studio for Marvin and myself. Maybe sometime even René. But in the first place for Marvin and me. And boy oh boy, Marvin produced a real banger in that studio. You definitely have to keep an eye out for the weekend when this video drops. You guys know Marvin. He's more of a casual racing fan, like Need for Speed, maybe a bit of Gran Turismo, which is the highest he dips his toe into sim racing. But now he played iRacing, rookie races, and he bet on himself. Bought a brand new account, brought a subscription, and challenged himself to delete his iRacing account if he's not winning in 3 races in rookies. Mazda MX-5 Cup. and I already saw the video. It's gold. It's gold. This video is maybe the best thing we've ever done. And it's a cheap production, but let me tell you, wow. That was so fun to watch. Marvin really outdid himself with that one. So watch that on the weekend. It will come out maybe on Sunday or something like that. Maybe Saturday. I don't know. All right. Let me quickly sort my screens. All right. Play RaceRoom. Yes. Let's put that on the top as well. The new triple screen setup. So on my homepage, it still says it's like €7 and oh, it's 48. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's 750 for basically 4 classes, 3 cars. GT2, DPI, GTX is its own class, and then GT4 or GTR4, what's called here. Just give me a second. All right, here it is. Let me quickly. I need the chat. Where's my chat? 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 Oh, I'm still sitting on the left side. Oh, that's really something. Okay, so it says the chat is here, but it's not actually being shown. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Hey Marcelo, we love RaceRoom. Yeah, for sure. Are this greetings from Brazil or what? Greetings back from Germany. I'm sitting here in Berlin, or rather in the beautiful city of Spandau. All right, so this is RaceRoom as you know it, and this is not the usual RaceRoom build, so I can't play online with this, but it's like a preview version. We can go to single player to practice, and you will see there's already the DPI. I was testing. I haven't driven a whole lot, but I was testing at least the DPI and the GTX. From sunny early California. Jesus Christ, did you just get up or? It must be like 5 in the morning or something like that. Welcome to the stream, Adam. Welcome. All right. So as you can see, everything is unlocked on this account, which is awesome. I didn't have access to this before, so this is perfect for me because I'm not playing a whole lot online RaceRoom, but sometimes I'm hopping into a car and giving it a go against the AI or just do some hot lapping, and this is perfect for it, having everything unlocked. And as you can see, there is now DPI, KTM GTX, and then of course 2 new cars for GT2 and GT4. 723. Oh, okay, then it's all right. So you just got up and saw. Oh my God, Overtake is streaming on at this hour. Might as well. You're looking so much forward to the DPI. RaceRoom needed a new prototype. Yeah, that's maybe true. So you're saying we have to have a look at that one at first. So here it is. And the skins for it. Some good ones in there, for sure. Of course, like this one. The red and white ones are the best, I would say. That's just the typical prototype colors. All right, let's go back. And really interesting to see here is it says DPI Mazda for now, but there's some room for new cars. Maybe they will even add more DPIs. Would be lovely to see. Then there's the KTM in the GTX variant, which looks best, of course, in orange and black. Nothing can compare. A KTM not being orange and black, is that even a KTM? That's the real question, right? No Danish ones. I mean, red and white is pretty Danish to me. It looks pretty Danish to me. Plenty of race room for more, Ash. Race room. Alright, and then of course you can also see the car in the GT2 class, which is still a bit... yeah. Low on cars. We could need some more GT2s. There are other different skins for the GT2s? Yeah, I think so. Anime skins in pink and black and white. Always good stuff. And of course, we also have the GT4 with the... it's like I always want to pronounce it how you would pronounce it in German. And then I'm stumbling over the words. Like 570S. It's like the McLaren 570S. Rennsport level of variety. Yeah, come on. Give Rennsport a break. They're not even out yet. Teichmann in the GTX. Yeah. This is the variety of skins for the new GT4. Which is kind of strange, right? Because haven't McLaren already announced a new GT4 car? Isn't there already a new one which has a name like Arturo or something like that? I'm just not recalling it correctly, but something like that, right? Hurry up and drive the Mazda. For what, Matthew? Why should I hurry up? I have all the time in the world. But we can do the Mazda first, if you want to. Let's make a deal. I will take the Mazda first, so you're getting satisfied, but I will do it on my own merit, right? And we're both winning here. Mr. Racepoint, moin. Servus. He's saying. Nobody's telling me how that McLaren is called. No one is saying it in the chat. Maybe the chat is just slow. Some good skins as well. Which one is the most fire? This one is like looking too much at the F1 cars. I hate that they paired the papaya with blue shades. Yes, blue and orange they work pretty well together, and it can look pretty good. But let's be honest, it doesn't look that cool. I would say like the Jensen Button one. It's looking red, and I like the black one with the orange highlights. Also looks quite good. The orange one, yes, it's a McLaren. Papaya is something you definitely can consider. But if I had to choose, I would either choose the Jensen Button one or the black one. Artura, yes, that's the name of the car. So isn't that one outdated as well, or is the Artura more like a GT4 car that only a handful of people is using, or... Alright, as promised, we're gonna start with the Mazda. But before we jump onto the track, let's quickly talk of what we've planned with the cars. So my plan with the cars for today is doing one lap of Nordschleife with each of them. Like first we do with the DPI. We should start with the slowest, but hey, some people want to see the DPI, so let's start with the DPI. We start with the DPI, then we maybe do the KTM, and then in the end we do the McLaren. Do one lap of Nordschleife only, not on time, because I'm really terrible at Nordschleife. So this is just I'm making myself the aim of other content creators, showing how bad I really am in sim racing. So I'm not gonna do that. Just gonna do a really slow lap with them, cruising over the Nordschleife, and I'm telling you my first impressions of each of the cars. And at the end, when we've done the 3 laps Nordschleife with each car, and maybe we do even 2 laps, how long it takes to fully evaluate one of the rides. Then we do a race against the AI in the end, with one of the 3, or maybe even with all of them in a multi-class race. Let's see. That's the plan. Setting the bar, yeah. No, it's just me being truthful. I'm not saying that I'm an expert on Nordschleife. If I wanted to see how fast the cars are, I would definitely pick Spa and try to hot lap them there. Because that's the track I love the most. And I feel really comfortable at. Take the DPI to Daytona or something realistic. Yeah, but the Nordschleife is a fun lap and a long one. So a lot of time to take it to different corners, because the Nordschleife offers basically everything to test the car. Like really fast passages, some really fast flowing corners, some really tight ones. It goes up and down. Is Daytona in R Factor? Why am I saying R Factor all the time? In RaceRoom. There is Sonoma, Watkins Glen, and Laguna Seca. Indianapolis, Mid-Ohio. I'm looking for American flags. Daytona, yeah. Daytona is in the game. Of course, we could also drive it on Daytona, but then we do like 2 laps of Daytona and have seen everything. Let's go to the Nordschleife, guys. I have to get better driving the Nordschleife, so let's do this. Let's put on the gloves. So what are your expectations for this car? Yeah, RaceRoom has a really good selection of tracks, that's true. McLaren behind the Mercedes. Traditions. Alright. Let me quickly put down the music a bit. Alright, let's have a look into the car setup. I also fixed the problem, or supposedly fixed the problem with my wheelbase losing force feedback in this game after a while, so that should be nice. Brake bias is at 56 stock. Medium tires and hard tires. No soft compound. I haven't watched a whole lot of DPI or IMSA, so can't really tell what tire compounds they use in real life. Roll bars are pretty neutral. Hardly sprung. 9 centimeters ride height. They're the only ones doing this in centimeter. Holy moly. 9 centimeters. It's like 90 millimeters. That's quite high, I have to say. Pretty balanced setup. Maybe a bit on the harder side. So there could be some understeer and some oversteer. But this car has traction control, so not counting on the oversteer part. Use the base setup. Yeah, I will use the base setup. I just want to give everyone a look at the base setup and see how what you can change in the setup menu. All right, here we are. So one thing you guys can't see is I'm in the triple setup now, and on the right monitor, maybe I can, yeah, on the right monitor, there's this little, yeah, monitor hanging where you can see the gears, the timing, lap time, position, and stuff like that. Really funny to have that, like a control monitor on the side. It's basically a mirror to what's standing on the steering wheel. So when it comes to the oh, I'm rolling already. To the model of the steering wheel. To say I'm not super impressed. Just have a look at the rev lights. There's some wonky looking stuff going on there. Like they're not even really round, the lights, right? But hey, maybe that's just me. Update is out, yeah. The update is live, so if you want to buy them, you can do that. It's €7.50, at least in Germany. Where did my HUD go? There's just no HUD. Alright, I don't think I will need it. Let's see if we need it. Otherwise you're getting the full experience. So at first glance, it reacts kinda like you would expect it to react. There's a lot of dampening, but that's just how RaceRoom is. Of course, pretty quick. Let's see here. 2 Platz. Oh yeah, turn is super rapid. The dampening is really like to the max. There's no acceleration whatsoever. Let's see how fast I can take this one. And now first test for the brakes. Oh yeah, the brakes aren't as good as you would expect them. They're not bad. Oh, wow, I have so much dampening in there. I was playing with the force feedback settings just earlier today, so maybe I effed up a bit. Other than that, it feels good to drive. Let me just quickly get into the settings. Is it like this one here? So the lower you go, the more you have. I wanted to get rid of some of this friction, but apparently I made it worse. Yeah, now this is gone. Okay, perfect. Now I can go up with the multiplayer a bit. Like maybe 1.8. Alright. A bit more sound of the car. Yeah, sure. No problemo. Let me just maybe get rid of the music even. And then we... Is that better? Wheel angle is too big. Wouldn't say that. It feels alright. Maybe you're right and the wheel angle is wrongly calculated. The animation at least checks out with my wheel. Yeah. How the arrow kicks in. Yeah, maybe you're right. And something is wrong with the wheel angle. Really hard to get to the slower turns. What is expected of a prototype. They're not built for slow corners. Not really a lot of push from the rear when you accelerate out of a turn. It's really planted. Maybe even a bit too easy for my taste. But driving this, like faster turns, just grips to the floor like it's glued there. Hope the car is not too loud now, that you still can understand me just fine. Oh yeah, look at that. Just a small lift. Also here, lifting is enough. Yeah, but the brakes aren't that good. Yeah, but you guys are right. The wheel angle shouldn't be like that. The wheel angle is under controls, and then somewhere here. Is it? Isn't it under gameplay? It's so confusing sometimes to find the stuff you're actually looking for. Control sets, bindings, advanced force feedback. It's not under here. I always thought it was under like gameplay. Look to Apex stuff, HUD. Style. System. Shouldn't it be somewhere around here? Stability control, of course, is off. Oh, the music would be good. The brakes and into the ball, yeah. Bad workman always blames his tools. I mean, because I don't think the brake is that good. Yeah, maybe. I'm not saying I'm a good race driver. On the main setup page. You're saying he's a bad racer? It's alright. I'm not the greatest of all time. Giving my best. That's what counts, I would say. It's under... of course, the wheel rotation is under video. So steering animation is to custom. And wheel rotation is set to 900 degrees. Or is that only the animation? Customize the wheel rotation animation in game. There's something I'm missing. You're saying it's on the main setup page? It doesn't have anything to do with the garage, right? And the car setup. No. Shouldn't be. Doesn't make sense either. So Belgian sim driver, you're saying it's in the car setup. Top right in the setup. Oh yeah, wheel settings. You're absolutely right. Steering wheel. 448 degrees. Can change the steering lock. Oh, okay. So, but I can't change anything here. Just saying steering angle is 448 degrees. And I should change it now in my Moza settings, or? Set the wheelbase. Yeah, okay. I can do that. I can put that in here. 448 is maybe a bit specific. But I can go 450. Should be close enough. Yeah, okay. Then let's try that. And now I have to go to video advanced. And then match the setup. Right? Yeah. Okay. Anyone want to race? So you guys are already hosting servers? Alright. Now let's do the lap. Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course it's ramping up much more now. But it's easier to get turned in, of course. With it reacting faster. Oh, this is a weapon now. Holy moly. Oh, bit of a slip from the rear when pressing the brake while steering. Interesting. Flugplatz again. Flat out. Yeah, no problem. Wow. This is a fast car. How fast am I going? Is it saying it somewhere? Oh yeah, over 300 already. This is also flat. Yeah, I'm trying to brake. Really hard to spot where the lockup happens. Yeah, but this is driving fine. I would say I have a bit of a clipping now because I set the multiplier higher. Let's put it down again to 1.0. Let's see. Well, that changes things. Yeah, a bit more detail now. Still, I have this feeling of the FFP being pretty damped. Maybe that also has to do with the car. I can't slow it down. That's the issue for me at the moment. It's super quick in the turns, has a lot of aerodynamical grip. And if you don't have to brake, you're fast. But getting this speed slowed down, really hard to also not lock the tires. Wow. Crazy. Jinx, you're saying you would have left it. No, it's better this way. It feels quicker now. And much easier in the slower turns. I'm just having problems getting it to slow down. It has the speed and the capability of almost an F1 car, but not the brakes. Not the same quality of braking. You have to brake much earlier because of that. Interesting. But honestly, the force feedback in this car, so like all the cars in RaceRoom, it's really easy to understand what the car is doing. We have a good feeling for the amount of grip and if you can carry the speed you want to carry or not. But in that clearness of communicating, there's not a lot of information that actually gets communicated. It's really basic. So at least it feels like that to me. Maybe that's how the real race car feels like. I don't know. Haven't driven a DPI race car in real life. But the amount of grip you have with just coasting through turns it's crazy. Just look at that. I was 100% sure I would crash into the barrier there. But the front tires just grip. The aero helps with that. And only sometimes you go into the barrier. YouTube corner? Yeah, for the fans! That was for you guys. As I said, I'm not really good with driving on the Nordschleife. And now there's some dirt on the tires. You can feel that in the FFB. That's one of the things I like about RaceRoom. Having this effect of dirt feel on the tire. But other than that, pretty simple. I think this is nice to drive over longer distances. Would say this is probably really fun driving over 2-3 hours through some traffic. Let's see how fast this thing can go. Yeah, but the amount of grip is ridiculous. But hey, that's expected from a DPI. Alright, 280. 290. Is that 7th gear? No, 6 gears. 300. 301. Losing some speed now. Let's see when we go down. So roughly 300. 34, 35, 306 was the fastest we could go. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Yeah, I'm struggling so hard with the brakes. Bam. Whoa! I managed to flip it upside down. Oh my god, and that wasn't even while going full speed. I was just trying to get it the right way around. That's true skill, my guys. That's true skill. Have you ever been able to do something like that? I don't think so. Nice. Yeah, but the car is fun. Now it's counting time. Yeah, I'm doing another lap because this goes so quickly in this car. Just want to see how fast we can go. So if you're braking just a little bit to get it rotated into a turn, it feels perfect. But if you have to brake really sharply, I just don't have the skill in RaceRoom, I suppose. And no base shakers to tell me when the car starts to lock up. But this flat out. Yeah, better. I'm learning. But it's just pure feeling rather than knowing, or guessing rather. Pure guessing when the car will start to lock. Lift. Oh, the amount of grip. If you carried a little bit too much speed, what you usually would carry, it's not an issue with this one. The amount of front axle grip is just, it's ridiculous. Just look at that. Oh, again, too late on the brakes. At least for me. Yeah, difficult. Also here, now with the dirty tires, no chance. Interesting, interesting. So would I recommend this car? If you are interested in competing in maybe some longer online races, in the official RaceRoom 2.4 hour races, yeah, for sure. I think this is the perfect car if you're into prototype racing in RaceRoom. So give it a go. It's lovely to drive. The only thing I'm struggling with is the brakes, and that's purely skill based, so, or rather learning the ins and outs of the sim. I'm playing so many different games all the time. It takes some time to get back into, especially heavy braking. Everything else is not so different to other games. All right. Next up, we will have a look at the KTM. It's almost flat. Maybe you can take the courage curve, Mutkurve, even flat. Yeah, I'm really struggling to figuring out where this limit is of grip while braking. I'm always waiting for an FFB clue on now it's locking, or a sound that starts playing. But when it's locking, it's already too late. You're not regaining that grip. But it's fun. It's a cool combination. This car on the Nordschleife. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa. I'm really not that profound with the later sectors of this track. It's like driving rally cars. You're not really sure where the road is heading and you're just adjusting. Or at least rally driving without a co-pilot. Yeah, that was too late. The braking. Alright, I would say that's enough of me failing with that combination. Let's go back to the main menu. So, what's your verdict? Do you like the sound? And at least from my description, how would you rate the Mazda? Oh, my chat was frozen, is frozen again. There are all the things. There are all the messages on top. Are you getting braking straight away? Seems like you have some dead zone. No, I don't think I have a dead zone. Like, where is it? Here. You see? It's really sensitive. Brake pedal. I'm only stepping on it like a little bit. So that works fine. Just not feeling really comfortable. Me flipping the car on its head got clipped. Perfect. The guys will do another clip, another short video on that. Servers are in maintenance still. Okay. You're for sure getting it. Yeah, I think it's a good choice. When you're into prototype racing. They are down again? The driver's pack with the Mazda MX-5? Yeah, pretty good one. Model 3 out of 10. Textures 4 out of 10. Sound 6 out of 10. Oh, so Lucas is pretty really critical about the new car. But hey, he's the guy working with VRC. They know what they're doing in terms of new cars. Bit of a handful. I think it was pretty easy to drive, actually. The only thing is, like, I have massive skill issues with the brakes because I'm not playing RaceRoom that often, and I'm not getting into the rhythm, especially with me driving with the spare setup of brakes, basically not being accustomed to them as well. I'm driving with the Aztec Forte at the moment, which we received for review like half a year ago. Really good pedal set. But you guys know how it is with a new brake. It takes time to get accustomed. And yeah. As I already said, they will get swapped out later today. If you just jump in, you will struggle. Yeah, for sure. This takes some time. It's a pretty fast car. So, alrighty. Next car is the KTM. Should we check out the GTX or the GT2 version of the car? I think the GT2... Yeah, of course, the GT2 one is a bob to the other ones. I think the GTX version is faster, but feel free to correct me. Try the GT2, says Charlie. Yeah, I expect the KTM to be easy as well. Should have ABS, and from there it's easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? GT2? Right, then let's check out the GT2. Oh, I pressed. GTX is slower. Okay, then let's check the GT2. This one. Let's go. GTX version of the car is already dead IRL. Then rest in pepperonis, my friend. 530 and 600 horsepower. Okay, yeah. It's not really that much of a difference. GT2 competes in SPX, Nürburgring. Where the GTX competes in Cup X. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, let's have a look at the setup again. 65. Roll bar. Pretty hard again. Pretty hard setup again. 486. Have to change the wheel angle as well. Not by much, but by a little bit. Alright. 486. Downforce 1. Alright. Wing angle 11. Roll bar 0. You can't adjust the roll bar in the rear? What? You can in the front, but not in the rear. I have a like a preview account to showcase you the cars. We were in contact with RaceRoom to show you the new cars. So I have preview access basically, so you can make yourself a first or have yourself a first look at the cars before buying them later today if you want to. Real car has a ton of issues. So like, as I said in the beginning of the stream, they were communicating a lot with KTM to get this car into the game. And some problems the real car has also made or found their way into the game. Like having a lot of oversteer if you're too abrupt with braking. Let's get some silence in here with the... come on. Let me... I'm not getting my mouse, so now there it is. Now I want to see you guys. Hopefully it doesn't catch fire. Yeah, I hope so too. Let's see if it will. Wait a second. That looks kind of strange. How is he holding that wheel? What is with his finger? Do you see his finger? Oh my god. This guy definitely needs to drink this potion from Harry Potter when you have broken all of your bones. Like, oh my god. Doesn't look healthy. All right, let's continue. Hey, Mediza. Okay, okay. Okay. So the setup is pretty stiff in the front, as you've seen. Quite some understeer. Again, all of this damping. Why is there so much damping in this game? Alright! This is not a DPI. Can't drive it like one. It was worth a try, right? Oh my god. Just slammed it into the barrier. You have to remember this is a GT3 with less aero. And no rear roll bar apparently. Oh my god, it has so much understeer. So usually I would go back to the pits right away and change the roll bar at the front and the spring rates. Ay, ay, ay. The brake sounds are amazing. Let's listen again. Yeah. Yeah, there's some good sounds. But that's one of the strong suits of RaceRoom, right? Having good sound. There's a lot of things going on in the sound build. And you can hear the engine, you can also hear the transmission. And this sounds like turbo to me. But I don't know anything about cars, so let others decide where this sound is coming from. Oh, not a lot of grip. But actually less oversteer than I would have imagined. This is a pretty well-balanced setup. Maybe a bit much understeer. So it's really conservative, but other than that, quite easy to drive. Of course, I'm not going on to any limits because I'm not really good with driving on the Nordschleife, but other than the damping, which seems to be a problem, or maybe just a setting away high damping at high speeds, the car drives really communicative. There's a bit more going on than with the DPI, I would say. Not a whole lot. It's still pretty simple, which makes it super easy to drive. But I reckon if there is something happening, like the rear stepping out or stuff like that, then maybe the simpleness will lead to some issues. Oh, understeer heaven. It's all the fear within minutes. Yeah, that's the good thing with video games. Like, you don't have to if you don't want to. Can play something else if you don't like it. Leonard. So in terms of fun, I would say the DPI was more fun to drive than the GT2. In terms of quality, I would say it's pretty similar. But this one is a bit sluggish to get chucked in. Of course, not as fast to accelerate as well. Don't have any issues on the brakes now because of the ABS, which is nice. But hey, for this community night you're planning and you want a GT2 field, it's a nice addition. Oh, did you see that? Nothing I could have done there. Not really, at least. The traction control is so aggressive that you can't spin on the spot. And you can't set it to off. It's 1 or 6. Yeah, I'm testing the safety barriers. That's why I was hired by RaceRoom to test if the Nordschleife is safe or not. It has nothing to do with the new content today. Them sending me the preview code was only for this reason. My problem with the GT2 is it's not giving me anything I'm not finding in GT3s other than less grip. It's a nice car for sure, but too much understeer, so we definitely would have to go into the setup menu and tweak some things to get it to work properly. And in this one situation where I bottled it, I went over the crest and I was trying to brake beforehand, like brake a bit to get it rotated, and then we went over the crest and the rear just, yup, I'm not having any grip for a second. Now we're gonna spin. And I was just a passenger after that. Couldn't do anything. Yeah, I can adjust the traction control. You can see it like from 1 to 6. Could go to 6. 1 is, I even think, 100%. So driving this with less traction control should be fine. Now we're in the limiter. Yeah, almost. Oh yeah. Now it's biting. Did you see that? Now we'd have less traction control. Or maybe 6 is even off. Could be that it's on off now. Don't know how the basic settings are. So maybe let's go on 5. Yeah, 6 is the lowest. I think it was off even now. But yeah, there's loads of understeer in this. Having a stiff setup car is pretty good for this first section of the track, because of all of those slow turns. You get a really nice turn in and have a stable car over all of those bumps as well. But on the other note, you introduce some understeer, and it's apparent with this car. This car's like watching a crash in slow motion. You can't avoid it. I wouldn't say that. But look at that. It's just not the amount of grip I want from it. But this is a setup thing. I just think the base setup is a bit too stiff. Nothing you can't fix. I think people that love this car already in real life, they will be happy with it. People that like to drive GT2 as a class can definitely have a look at it, as there isn't as much variance there. Only 2 other cars, so if you're into GT2 racing in RaceRoom, why not check it out? Quality-wise, it's not any worse than the DPI. It's not like it's communicating bad in any way. It's just I'm not really feeling the GT2 class, to be honest. Yeah, okay. If you don't, it looks like I wanted to I crashed there, but actually I wanted to test how good the traction control now is. And as you've seen, with a lower setting, you actually can bin the car, which is nice. All right. Yeah, Rennsport is still in alpha. And that won't change until the Rennsport Summit, which is in May, so not much more to go. All right, last one is the McLaren. Let's test it as well. I think many of you will be driving the GT4 class. If that's your cup of tea in RaceRoom, let's go for the black one. This is the car I'm actually looking most forward to, because I think GT4 racing is possibly the best form of racing there is. The cars aren't too dependent on aerodynamic grip. That dirty air is a big problem. They're slow enough so racing gets pushed into the foreground, but they're still complex enough so that skill prevails. They're more dependent on mechanical grip, which makes some driving techniques possible, like rotating the car on the brakes and stuff like that. So yeah, I just love GT4 racing. Just my cup of tea. 442 again. Let's see. Did you guys know that there are some background noises here on the Nordschleife? Some, I think, original files from the track being played, and you cannot understand full sentences of people talking in German, but some words. And when I was testing, or rather setting up the stream for the day, I've heard a swear word being said by one of the guys standing next to the track. Like, yeah, it was like, oh shit, something like that. It was really fun. Alright, 2 settings for the roll bar. That's not enough. That's not enough. 2 settings for the roll bar in the front and the rear. Don't think that's realistic as well. In general, all the setups in RaceRoom are super hard. Like here again, have a look at springs, and also the bump is at 10. Jesus Christ. Is it just me, or is the wheel not round? Okay, it is kept off at the bottom, but is the top part not round? It looks like it looks like an egg. You love GT4? Yeah, mine too. Mine too. GT4 is underrated. I don't think it's underrated. It's just standing in the shadow of GT3 because those are the big brothers. Everyone wants to drive in the top class. But I think GT4 produces the better racing. GT3s are really fun to race and fun to hot lap. But GT4s are almost as fun in terms of driving speed. But the racing is so much better. Yeah, this feels great. This car feels way better than the KTM. I feel right at home. Did you see how I could attack the last corner, like pushing over the curb, and there was a bit of rotation on the rear, but I could use it with the power and just adjust it. Feels good. Get off the power. Oh yeah, there's much more slip angle with this one. It's trying to slip a bit, but it's not like it's trying to already overtake so that the rear is overtaking your front. Yeah, this is fun. Okay, this is no competition for me. This is for me, that's the best car in the pack. I feel connected to this car right from the get-go. It's like driving 2 corners and you already know what the car wants you to do. And even though I'm not really strong on the Nordschleife, this is like, yeah. Okay. Here now the slip angle killed me. So that's maybe also a problem with me noticing that the rear is sliding and having no chance of catching it. There was no chance in hell I catch this slide. I tried. No response. It didn't center the rotation point of the steering wheel correctly. Yeah, something is wrong with that. It looks like. It's a bit wonky looking. The worst sound of the new cars. Yeah, that I don't know. Don't really know how the real one sounds like. Let's go to a lower TC setting as well. Alright, another slide. This is the car that wants you to kill you the most, I would say. Another thing I'm noticing, I know I'm a bit nitpicky at the moment, especially of course this is still a game from 2013 and yeah, it's new content, but still not a new title. The dashboard, the numbers on it, they're at least for me, I don't know how it conveys in the stream, but for me they're a bit on the blurry side. This is a 2K monitor, 16:9. But they're not really, the cockpit is not really crisp. Can't catch slides in RaceRoom. They come out of nowhere. This is the best handling car followed by a crash. Yeah, the one doesn't set off the other, I would say. Like, for me, this is the car with the best handling of the three. And therefore, I pushed a bit too hard, feeling comfortable. That's always something I'm a bit envious of with other people. They just sit in what car, in whatever car, and they just go to the maximum limit they can push this thing. It's incredible. If I'm in a car, I can only go as fast as I'm comfortable with how it drives. If it gives me stability, I can go over my limit and try to set a really fast time on a lap on a track I know. So I felt really comfortable in the beginning. So I was trying to push and see when the car starts to snap, and it did. It was over the crest with me still leaning on the brakes. This is really nice. Oh yeah, another slide. You see? Totally fine if you don't overdo it. So what you could try is softening up the suspension and roll bar and stuff like that. Spring rates. Get a bit more grip on the rear axle so it's not sliding that much. But if you're a skilled driver, you can definitely use that trait of the car, this twitchiness of and rotate it better into turns using like a bit of the slip angle. I'm more of a driver that enjoys more understeer setups that are really planted at the rear. But hey, everyone does it a bit differently, right? Yeah, of course, this is the slowest car of them as well, so not as much risk of crashing everywhere because you have more time to react and stuff like that. This is why this lap looks a bit tidier. Not. But still, quite like it. So handling wise, I would say this is my My favorite. Although it doesn't differ that much to the other two. The other two are more... there's not as much going on with the other two. Are you going to be doing some races? I can do some races, yeah, for sure. Not GT4, try Group C, impossible slides. Yeah, I bet. That it's hard to catch a sliding Group C car. I can't even brake with Group C cars in no game other than Assetto Corsa. Oh, this is a slow ride here on the straight. Driving a car like that in real life over the Nordschleife must be so fun. It is fun here as well, of course. So you see, all three of them are alright, I would say. Maybe some smaller issues, like with the models, and something is weird with the steering wheel of this one. Like it's a big O and then it's a super small whatever that is. Yeah. We can't do online racing. That's not possible. But we could do some offline racing. Maybe let's go into the DPI again. Have like a multi-class race on Daytona. Let me get the music back, because this will take maybe some time. So how do you guys like the pack? Are you satisfied? Are you playing with the idea of getting one of them? What cause motorcycle? Speedway not supported. What? Speedway not supported because of the car I chose? Or not supported? Road course. Let's go for the DPI. Let's go for the white one. Look good. Select AI opponents. Alright. What we want is GT2s. Oh, first of all, we want DPIs. And have like... oh yeah, that's a lot of DPIs. Huh? Oh, okay, you can add, and I can't just say, yeah, I want less of them. Therefore, I would have to get rid of some. Let's maybe have 8 of each category. So like 7 of those, because I'm the 8th one. Then let's have GT2. But only KTMs. And then let's also have McLarens. Can I swap them around? No. Alright, so we have eight McLarens, 8 crossbows, and 7 Mazdas. Wow, there's 79 grid slots for this track? Damn. Do I think they're worth the money? That's a good question. I would say if you are heavily into RaceRoom, every new car is worth the money, because you're playing this title a lot, and if you want a new car in a specific category, in a specific class, then yeah, why not? I mean, the RaceRoom FFB is really similar from car to car, I think. So usually getting one of the new cars is always a good idea if you want something new. But if you're like me and you're just sometimes playing RaceRoom, maybe not even online as much, then really only get a car if you really want that one. If, like Happy said before, wow, he's looking forward to the DPI, and he just wanted a new Class 1 prototype forever. Now he has it. Then it's a good call getting that. Maintenance is over. You should be able to play online now. The thing is, I don't have the cars unlocked on my usual account. This is a preview account, so I'm not actually able to play online with others. So, and that's not planned for today. So, all right. So we have these 3 classes. Can I tell the game which class comes first? I don't think so, right? Tire wear off. Yeah, we can put tire wear on. Let's have fuel use off. Doesn't really matter. We don't have a practice. Let's do a qualifying session. 5 minutes. Maybe let's do 10. And then 1 race off. Yeah, maybe let's do 25 minutes. Longer one. And we don't have a race 2. So we can do a quick qualifying session and then go from there. The question just is, what kind of AI do we want to use? We want to go for something quick, like a 100 AI, or do we want to go adaptive? The Flash, as I said just like 2 minutes ago, no online races today because I actually don't have the content. This is a preview account which can't play online. So no, I'm not gonna do any online races today. Just testing the new content. Can race 80 cars. Yeah, that's really crazy. For sim perspective, at least. Let's go for 100 and see if it's too difficult or not. We'll see that in the qualifying session. Yeah, booster seat, new content, 3 new cars. We're doing a AI race now against all new additions. So we will have a new GT4 McLaren, GT2 KTM, and a DPI Mazda. Those are the cars, as you can see. So I'm not... Yeah, maybe let's have a bit of a softer roll bar on the front to avoid understeer. Other than that, I'm gonna stay with the default. Electronics. Okay, so TC5 is 20%, TC4 is 40%. Okay, so 4 and 5 are the ones you want to use. Okay, let's see. Qualifying. Don't actually have a pit limiter mapped. Or do I? Oh, I have. Nice. Wow, the sound of the limiter. Let's go. Haven't done a lot of races in or at Daytona, so this will be fun. And now the next one is flat. Oh yeah, the braking will be horrific. Not a lot of hard braking zones in this one. Okay, now without the traction control being so high, there actually is a lot of rotation in the rear when accelerating out of the turn. So maybe I will go on 3. Let's see if that is a bit better for my driving today. Okay, you can carry more speed through here. No, this is not LMDH, this is DPI. It's like the last version of modern prototypes. Yeah, that didn't went as planned. Yeah, sure, let's quickly do a turn here. No issues whatsoever. Magnet. Damage is turned off, so no worries. We're still figuring out how this car wants me to drive. So you really need to step on the brakes when you want to decelerate with this one, but have to find the right balance when you can lift off again. You have to do it quite quickly, otherwise you're gonna lock up easily. Maybe I need to take out a bit of wing, rear wing as well. Yeah, I was trying to carry more speed into here. Not really happening. This lap will not count. Next lap will not count. Yeah, I get that. Can I rejoin somewhere here? Oh my god, this is like... the worst position to rejoin. Oh, there's a KTM. Oh, they're fast. Not faster than me, right? Don't lock up. Front axle grip, please. But the lap won't count anyways. So 5 minutes and 38 remaining, by the way. Now you guys can't see any hard elements. We're not driving with any, but it's standing here on the side monitor. Flat through here. Don't even have to brake as hard. Oh, and the car's really bad in the slow turns. Yeah, 60 entries sounds phenomenal, but I'm not doing as many cars today with the stream and all. Am I as low, so low to the ground that I'm getting bamboozled by the oh, I was going soft on the rear. Didn't want to go soft on the rear, I want to go soft on the front. Downforce is on 2 in the front, 25 on the rear. Let's go 20. Get rid of this understeer stuff. Still have a bit of time left. Yeah, I'm getting bamboozled by the curbs. Wow. strange things are happening. All the people. Maybe I should have gone with the GT4. Graphics wise, Daytona looks fire, I have to say. Looks really good. Like, if there would be a good effect for the grass, the map would look kind of good. Because at this time I will actually do some braking, or more braking. There he goes. Let's see if we can still get a lap in. Have 2 minutes left. So maybe this will already be the last attempt. I don't know how long a lap will take. Maybe not 2 minutes. Let's see. Yeah. I'm ruining others guys' laps. I'm so sorry. I'm struggling with the brake in this car. Maybe I should have picked another one. I wanted to be in the top class, being the one that overtakes, rather than giving the AI a reason to shunt me. I have to figure out this braking behavior. And in like turns like this, there's just no grip. One minute left. It'll be a close one. So difficult. Oh my god. It's like the car wants you to die. Just want to brake. It's like the car's programmed to spinning you around when stepping on the brakes. What the... What? Why? Why did it do that? Where can I reset the setup? I haven't changed a whole lot. I could just do it by hand, but it's crazy. Really feels strange. Can't tell you guys why I spun there. It's not a setup, it's RaceRoom. Get out of his way. I don't get why I spun. Time remaining 0:00, so no time sets. The best guys are driving 1:38. The worst one 1:39. Alright. Let's see if I cannot come in last and maybe do one lap without spinning. Would already be an achievement. But I think timing-wise, it's a nice field, like 139s, 138s for the strongest cars, 150 for the middle class, and 2-minute laps for the slower ones, so they're all like in 10 seconds intervals. That's pretty good for multi-classing. Let's see. Conservatively, yeah, I think so too. Straight line braking, yeah. I tried to push it, of course, because it was the qualifying. Braking into the turns and doing a lot of trail braking, but the car doesn't really like it. Even if you're not really going that quickly and you're just trying to get the nose a bit deeper with pressing the brake just a little bit, like a short tap, it was already too much. So let's go for a straight line braking and see how it will turn out. Rolling start, oh my god. Let's drive. Okay guys, let's have fun. Maybe you can type in your expectations for this race into the chat. Will I win? Will I come home last? And will there be GT2 speeding me? Let's see. Rolling start is the only start for Daytona. Yeah, makes sense. Expectations low for Joe. Alright. Hello, Joe here, talking with my deep voice. Let's see how we can push around this Mazda and maybe bully some other Mazdas while doing so. Sorry. MSR Joe. Ace M Joe. Oh my god, the other classes are just starting right behind us. What the hell? What's happening? Okay. Let's see. No radar, no HUD, no whatsoever. Oh my god! I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry. A bully mode activated. Next lockup. Maybe the brake bias is too far to the rear for my driving. Let's go to 57. Oh, I got there quick. Yeah, RaceRoom is pretty good AI, I know. Let's see if I can even keep up with the AI. They are pretty quick. And as I said earlier, I need some confidence in the car to really push, and I don't have any confidence right now in this one. Just have to trust the front tires to grip up, not brake as much. Just let it roll. After a while, like here, don't brake anymore, just let it roll. Get it centered and then stick to iRacing. I'm not playing iRacing. Why do you recommend me sticking to iRacing? Where did that come from? I need to find some time somewhere to get back into this. That's still 21 minutes, so still some time to get accustomed. At least I've done 2 laps without spinning, so that's the first step. 139, so I'm basically a second off the pace, but I can find a second. Come on, turn. Oh, I was pressing the brake again when starting to turn in to get a bit more dive. It's not happening. It's not happening with this car. It's not working. The rear is immediately stepping out if I do that. Just need to chuck it in. Maybe use the accelerator to rotate. That could be something I can do. Yeah. It's more likely to happen. But I'm really slow in the infield section. The bus stop is already kind of okay. I'm losing a lot of time here. No ideal braking points. R3E 2's king? Oh no. Hell no. Not on my watch. Assetto Corsa is king. And always has been. But hey, that's the fun of sim racing, right? Everyone has a favorite. I like RaceRoom for many things. It's not a perfect game, but it has many positives, I think. R3E 2 is not even top 3. Wow, happy with the shots fired. But he's right. It's not. Oh, I need to carry more speed somehow here, but can't figure out how. Just use the whole track. Come on, I need to somehow close this gap to the guys in front. The initial turn-in is so good, but then after that it's just understeer city. Maybe the traffic can help me get back into this, if we even see the traffic. I don't know yet. 18 minutes on the clock. Many prefer Simcade. Yeah, why not? I mean, like, Gran Turismo is pretty good at the moment. After their last physics updates, it's super enjoyable with the wheel, I've heard. Don't have a PS5, so I can't confirm, but I think quite a lot of players like GT7 right now. Its handling model. Also, there's a lot of a big player base and a lot of stuff to do online. That's a big plus as well. I think that was a bit better. Braking not so much. Oh, I used the brake again. It's muscle memory. Come on, I want to catch this guy so bad. I changed the traction control again to have a cleaner launch out of the turns. I don't feel like the traction control costs you actually that much. But that's only a feeling, no facts here. But being able to step on the gas in turns like this, it has to help me get a bit faster, even though the traction control regulates a bit more. Do real racing, you know what really hurts? I've hurt myself today. I drove my everyday car on Nordschleife. Oh my god, what happened to the McLaren? Did you see that? It's just standing there. Nice, we're getting some traffic now. Let's go, boys. And we close the gap as well. Attack on the inside, not happening. Oh, he's not having it. He's not having it. There's a lot of dampening all of a sudden on my wheel. Where's it coming from? Oh, he's killing the cones. Did you see that? 3 wide. We're all in this together. Come on. Give me some slipstream. You son of a Mazda. I'm not done. Woo! Double overtake. Take it. I'll take it. Oh yeah, they're struggling with the traffic. But I'm not. I'm taking the risk. Woo! Is it already a... No. No KTMs yet. Karting is really fun in MS2, I bet. MS2 has made massive progress in the last couple of months again. They even made the physics better with adding new ABS. Driving the GT3 cars in MS2 is now one of the best things you can do in all of sim racing. So much information on what the car's doing on track, paired with finally being able to brake. So much fun. I love the AMG there. It's my favorite. I'm even quicker in AMS2 than in ACC now, I would say. You spin me right round, baby, right round. But something is wrong with my force feedback. It's like... there's so much dampening all of a sudden. Something like some effect switched on and now it feels kind of strange. You see that? Or something broke. Maybe it's the clever fix I had for the issue I had with my FFB. Seems to be a Moser specific problem. Doesn't feel like driving any real cars. I don't know, I haven't driven a GT3. Just can say if it's fun or not. off track. Yeah, the force feedback is still kind of wonky. Something switched on and now it's like the damping is on 500%. Look at that. Can't really drive like this. I'm sorry again that I'm not able to finish out an AI race just like last time we played iRacing, but a race room. But look what happens when there is no snap, no nothing. It's like damping is on 500%. What the hell? It's crazy. Can't drive like that. Ah, but that's sad. It was a fun race, especially with the traffic coming in. But hey, sometimes that's the way it goes. All right, party people. I think that was a good first impression on the cars. What do you guys reckon? And also good talk about the race room as a whole and your opinions on it. iRacing is cheap compared to driving real race cars. Yeah, that's true. Oh, you were talking about iRacing. Doesn't feel like driving any real cars. Yeah, I'm not a big iRacing guy either. I think there's some good effects in iRacing. It's definitely fun. Moza is overrated from the past couple of streams. I don't know. Couldn't say that. Oh, the software crashed. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, the software crashed. There is some issue with Moza, Pit House, and Race Room. They don't really go well together. Never had any problems with other games. It's only in Race Room. But hey, I will have an Azotec wheelbase in a few days. So, let's see. Now it's back to normal again. Even with 500% dampening, RaceRoom is better FFB than iRacing. I think they are just super different. You would say ACC and iRacing are the top two on PC. I think ACC has a phenomenal way, or so much information that is communicated to the player via FFB, while still leaving out some pretty important stuff like the seat of the pants effect and stuff like that, which real race drivers don't feel in the steering wheel either, but is pretty helpful for someone who's not actually sitting in the car, not feeling anything, expect the FFB. So I like ACC, but you can't overdrive the cars as much. iRacing is really specific as well. Has a lot of upside for sure. And they changed the ABS in the GT3 cars and iRacing too, so you can now step on the brakes like in real life as well, which is nice. So yeah, iRacing is improving a lot. Yeah, they are. I think they're so close on them having to put a 2 behind the name. I'm going to love it, Joe. I already loved it at the expo. I thought your wheelbase was the best thing you had there, paired of course with the quick release. So really looking forward to it, getting the Forte wheelbase. Will be my daily driver for sure for a long time. How's the KTM? It's alright, SB Racing. I thought it had a lot of a really understeery preset. You can't adjust the rear roll bar, which I don't know if that's normal for this car. So I had my fair share of problems driving it, but overall it's alright, I would say. Since moving to a Aztec wheelbase, you found out ACC is the best FFB. I think the better or the higher the resolution basically of your wheelbase is, the more Newton meter you have, like more valuables. ACC gets better and better. I think ACC with a Logitech or like a G29, or if you're having beginner gear from Thrustmaster, it's not that fun. With the R9, so 9 Newton meter, it's alright. But driving it with over 20 or over 15, that's where the magic happens in ACC. ACC and Automobilista drive very similar. Wouldn't say that. Automobilista 2 has so much information sent to the player, it's nuts. Sometimes it's too much. Too much going on in your wheel. But hey. GT7 is getting better, yeah, for sure. GT7 is getting really good. I wish it would also be supported on PC, but that will never happen. Joe taking shots at my wheel. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ash. A text for starter settings. Yeah, you can definitely text me the settings for ACC. We'll drive some ACC with the new patch coming out or the new update coming out in a couple of weeks. There will definitely be content around the new ACC update. Hopefully there will be an event again where they stream the new update. It would be awesome. Then I will definitely take part in that and do some practice beforehand, of course. And I will do a review on the new update with the 3 new cars and stuff like that. So you can look forward to that as well. Last time we raced at with the other content creators in this ACC stream, I absolutely shunted Ares, who is a content creator and a dev for Assetto Corsa Competizione. I shunted him into space at Kota. When you drive the long straight, you know, so not the main straight, but the, how's it called in English? The second straight, the second breakfast. The long straight on Kota, and then there's this hard braking zone, and I just misjudged my braking because I couldn't see my braking marker with cars left and right. And I was just flying way too fast past all of these cars, and there at the apex was Ares, and I'm crashing into him. It was hilarious, but also I just wanted to disappear at that moment. Like, the guy who worked on this game invited you to race in this online race, and I'm doing that in T1, or basically not in T1 but in lap 1. It was crazy. That's the story of how Joe won't get any AC2 preview builds. Yeah, if that really happens, I will cry myself to bed. I'm one of the biggest AC fanboys there are. I have over 1,000 playing hours in only 3 years. I don't think I have ACC Verbot. I'm still on the Discord. I'm getting the messages, so I'm hopefully being invited again. Being into the early phase of testing the content and doing content about it. But okay, that's it for today. Hope this stream was informative and you could form a first opinion on the new content in RaceRoom. It was a lot of fun testing it with you guys, and I don't know how it's in the rest of the world, but in Germany there's a national holiday on Friday, national holiday on Monday, so no work there. But we still have a lot of good content planned for you guys for the weekend. So there will be this Marvin video I was telling you earlier about. Marvin playing iRacing for the first time ever. After excessively playing Gran Turismo and the Need for Speed game and stuff like that, he's trying real sim racing for the first time. And he challenged himself to win one of his first 3 races, or otherwise he will delete his iRacing account he bought on his own. So this is an account he bought for himself. And if he's not winning, he's deleting the account. And I already saw the video. It's one of the best videos we've ever done. You have to check this out. We'll go online on the weekend. And on Friday, there will be a new video from me, actually, talking about ACC. And if ACC, in its current state at least, don't know how it will be after this, the big update, if ACC in its current state is pay to win. Bold take, I know. But also, fun video, me testing out paid setups. And if paid setups make you better at ACC. All right, but that's it for today. Hope you guys had a fun time, and hope you have a good rest of your week. Speak to you soon. If you just tuned in, don't forget to leave a like on the stream. Helps us out. Subscribe for more sim racing content. And yeah, have a good time, guys. And a good night. Bye-bye. I'm pressing 7. Nothing happens. Again, just like last time. Bye-bye.